It was worship. Yahweh said, come up. Did they have to come up? No, they didn't have to come up. They could have stayed right down where they were, couldn't they? Huh? And they would have missed the clearness and the bone and the body of heaven. They would have missed all that. They had to get up and actively till kingdom ground. And then they got the revelation. Shemot 33:10. Shemot 33:10. Is anyone enjoying?
Amen.
The doorway to revelation and intimacy. I said the doorway to revelation and intimacy. Shemot 33:10. And the people saw the cloudy pillar stand at the tabernacle door. Then the people rose up, worshipped, every man in his own tent door. Where is the tent door right now? It's your heart. Where is the tent right now? It is your body. It says, all the people rose and worshiped. Some bow. Sometimes you do this, you bow. Sometimes you get on your knees. Sometimes you stand up. But I'll tell you what, by George, or by Georgette, or by Georgina, you don't stand still. And you focus on Yahweh. Can I hear a good amen?
Amen.
Check this out. 33:10, is that where we were? Check this out. All the people, when they saw the Shekinah, the cloud, at the tabernacle door, every man, woman, and child rose up and worshipped at the tent door. Can I hear a good amen?
Amen.
Baruch Hashem. They prostrated. They bowed down. 34:14. Exodus. Stay in Exodus. 34:14. Is anyone enjoying?
Amen.
I think I already asked you that question. Is anyone enjoying?
Amen.
34:14. For you shall worship. Turn to your neighbor and say, you shall worship.
You shall worship.
You know, Rabbi, we've got to leave early today. I can't worship. I've got to leave early. Or I've got to pick up so-and-so. I know, thank Chris that he picks people up. But there's never an excuse not to worship Yahweh. If I'm doing those things for Yahweh, if I'm doing those services for Yahweh, I may miss the Shema, because you have a couple stops that you need to make. But I ain't going to miss worship.
I know that's right.
And when worship rolls around, something's moving. Could be my butt. Could be my head. Could be my neck. It could be my wings. But something's moving. I'm not parking on the couch. Matter of fact, the couch is probably the worst place that we could be when we worship. And I'm not picking on people who sit on the couch. I'm just making a statement of fact. Something's got to move when we worship Yahweh. Can I hear a good amen?
Amen.
And most of you do get up. And that's why I asked you today. Amen. Now, look at 34:14. Again, this message, the doorway to revelation and intimacy. The doorway to revelation and intimacy. You're listening around the world, you're listening to a live service. That's right. That's right. From B'nai Yeshua Synagogue of Broward County, you're listening to a fired up rabbi. That worship got me fired up. I'm fired up right now. I don't know what I may do. I'm sitting quietly now, but I feel like doing something or throwing something.
Uh-oh.
But you are tuned in to a live broadcast. This is coming to you live. Is it live or is it Memorex? Yes, both. That's correct. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. And I'm not Ella Fitzgerald, but it is live. 34:14. 34:14. For you shall worship, listen, no other El. For Yahweh, whose name is jealous, is a jealous El. Now, I'm going to say something. When you're not actively involved in Nishtachaveh or in Seged, Aramaic, or Hebrew, same word almost, sagad, you're not worshiping Elohim. There has to be a tilling, a movement, a cutting, a working to get that revelation, to get that understanding, to get that insight. You got to work for it. Who told you there's such a thing as a free lunch? You know why Martin Luther was called to lead the Reformation? He spent 4 hours a day on his face seeking Yahweh. Then he became the great reformer. There's a price to pay for revelation, not for salvation. No, but there's a price to pay for revelation. Now look at verse 14. So when we don't actively worship Yahweh through these action words, through being active, then we wind up really worshiping ourselves, or putting our comfort before Yahweh, being more focused on self, which is really self-worship. Watch this. We are to worship Yahweh because, look, why? But why? Well, Yahweh gives us a reason. Number one, my name is jealous. And number two, I am jealous. We are made in Yahweh's image, are we not? Amen. And if we have problems with jealousy, it's because Satan has taken the good aspects of jealousy and twisted them into selfishness and into self-seeking interests. Self-interest, seeking your own interest. But jealousy is a godly quality. In other words, I'm jealous for my wife or wives, and no one's going to mess with them because I am their priest, I am the guardian over their lives. That's a jealousy, a love that protects, nurtures, and guards the family that Yahweh has entrusted you with. You understand? Jealousy is good, but not the way Satan has twisted it and perverted it, so that now the jealousy is because we want to establish territorialism so that we can self-serve and seek our own and not the benefit of the other. Now, do you understand this, or are you having problems with this verse? Do you need counseling? There is no counseling necessary. Look at verse 14. Yahweh says, I am jealous. P.S. My name is jealous. Does that mean his name is not Yahweh? No. It means one of his titles is jealousy. That's one of his titles. Yahweh Shalom, Yahweh Yireh, Yahweh Shammah, Yahweh Nisi, and Yahweh jealous. Because he's jealous over his bride. We are all echad with Yahweh. You're echad, I'm echad. Yahweh's having all these intimate relationships with his bride because we are all joined to Yahweh. We are one ruach with Yahweh. We are one spirit with Yahweh. All of us are one spirit with Yahweh. Can I hear a good amen? Amen. So Yahweh admits he's got a problem with jealousy. Yahweh admits that. So it's okay to be jealous, Marcel. It's okay to be jealous. Question is, what are we jealous of? Yahweh says, I want you to be jealous of my presence. I want you to be jealous of me, the way I'm jealous of you. Don't you share my holiness anytime with just anybody. Don't you cast your pearls before swine. You don't take the things of Yahweh and just toss them out. No, we treasure his presence by worshiping. Abraham had to come up. The 70 elders had to come up. When did Moses receive the Torah? When he was in the basement sleeping? I said, when did Moses receive the Torah?
Had to go up the mountain.
That going up was an act of worship. When the disciples grabbed Yeshua as he was about to ascend back to the Father, they grabbed him by the feet and they wouldn't let him go. Miriam of Magdala, when he had risen from the dead, grabbed him and said, Rabboni, Rabboni. And he said, touch me not, I have not yet ascended to my Father and your Father, to my Elohim and your Elohim. That's worship. I'm not leaving until I get an understanding. I'm not leaving till I get a breakthrough. I'm not leaving till I have a revelation. That's worship. I said that's worship. Amen. You know why Yahweh wants our worship? Because he's got a problem, Chris. Not only is his name jealous, he is jealous. But he's jealous because he purchased you when nobody wanted you. When the world didn't want you. He purchased you. So the least you could do is be excited and active. when it comes time to serve him, to sing to him, to worship him. Because